So, how upset would you be if you felt like your spouse was hiding your mail from you? Got an email here and it says, for months now, I've been noticing that our mail is missing and I've caught my wife slipping envelopes into her purse. And when I confront her, she flat out denies it.
Oh, no.
And the kicker, I've literally watched her do it with my own eyes. Bills, credit card offers, even a letter from the IRS. She insists I'm imagining things, but what is she hiding from me? Is she in debt? Our finances are separate, so I do feel somewhat protected. So is this something I need to even worry about?
You can run your credit and see what's going on. If she's taken out like credit cards and loans, if she owes the IRS a bunch of money, like
right.
You can look into, if you file jointly your income taxes, you can absolutely figure out what's going on.
Now, if this was the 70s or 80s, I'd go, oh, that might be her lover sending her a letter. But why would you be writing letters? You know what I mean? When you could do it digitally.
Yeah, this sounds like she is running up a bunch of charges and shopping and doing stuff and not being honest with you.
Which happens a lot. And I think sometimes in some relationships, financial distrust or mistrust, whatever you want to call it, whatever the right word is some people deem that worse than cheating. When you steal someone's money and they don't know about it and they're blindsided by it and they're in debt now, that it wrecks a relationship.
Well, even if you have your finances separate, you're still liable as a married couple.
Yeah.
For debt. So I don't think you're as protected as you think you are, maybe.
Well, the one thing you just don't like is you don't like being in a relationship where there's amount of secrecy that is involved with something like that. And that just kind of, kills the fundamentals.
The fact that you're watching her hide these bills and then she's claiming she's not, like, what are we, 10 years old? Like, no. You have to call her on it in the moment, pull the bills out of her purse and say, what are you doing exactly?
This might be, I don't know, out of left field. Possibly Russian spy.
Okay, that is left field.
It's left field.
Like that might be left of left field.
You are left field.
Mm-hmm. Rachel said, you know what? You got to check her closet for new clothes with tags on them. Do you think that's what's going on? But I mean, is that something to be worried about? I guess it's all something that could be putting you in debt.
I mean, if she's hiding anything, it is something to have a conversation about. You can't hide things from your spouse. I don't care if it's financial, romantic, personal. Like, you need to be honest with your spouse so that they trust you. Why would you want to be married to someone you don't trust?
Well, even if you don't share accounts or whatever, I know you were big on that with you and Panda, but let's just say all of a sudden Panda got himself in so much debt. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. That's going to weigh on you as a couple.
Yeah,
that's not going to just be Panda's problem. It's going to be both y'all's problem.
It is both of your problem if it's severe.
Well, the worst thing she could be doing, right, is running up debt. And so is it out of line? This is your spouse. You can ask them to see bank records and see what's going on with their financials, right?
What is she hiding in the purse? You just need to see that credit card statement or that statement from the IRS. When you owe the IRS money, trust me, because I knew, they will send you a bill and say, hey, you owe us this.
Yeah.
And so maybe she's taking those bills and hiding them, but there needs to be transparency in your marriage.
But if the IRS, if they owe you money, they will ghost you like a hot girl on a first date.
They owed Jason thousands of dollars, and they were like, nope, we don't think you're real, Mr. Pennington.
They told me I didn't exist on the planet.
That is a way for them to get out of paying you. No, sorry, sir, you don't exist. We can't write a check to a guy that doesn't exist.
If this is not financial, what else could this be? What other secrets could she be hiding?
He thinks it's financial.
Yeah.
He thinks it's credit card and IRS statements.
Yeah, and you don't really even know. But look, you can just... I think when you're in a marriage, you can just ask your partner and be like, hey, you're not hiding mail, are you? And then when you establish it, and then if they lie to you and then it finds out that they are, then you've laid the grounds to say, look, I don't think this is a marriage that's going to work because I asked you in something in confidence. And if I can't trust you in the small things, how can I trust you in the big things? And that's what marriage is all about. So to me, just open that dialogue, just ask her, and maybe she can explain it. And there's a great reason that would make you feel better as to the fact that she's not actually stealing the mail.
This is something that my gender tends to do a lot. I saw my mother do it. It's a shell game where you're like, you're moving a little bit here, you're doing this here, you're taking this money and opening this credit card and balance transferring this and that, and you're always trying to like stay ahead of it and pay the least amount of fees. And a lot of times it's a shell game.
Right.
I saw my mom do it. I know that I sometimes do it. Like it's a thing that my gender likes to do.
I was waiting for the ... but it's the man's fault, Kath.
Yeah, right. you know it's coming, right?
If he made more, we wouldn't be in this situation. So it is kind of his fault.
Of course. Yeah, no, men are terrible.
Work harder.